So let's see. I wanted to see if I can see my slides here. So here we go. Yes, today I'm going to talk about our marketing automation to advance eco-friendly energy solutions. I myself has worked with marketing automation and customer journeys for several years, and I'm passionate about data-driven communication, where you put the customer in focus. I would like to say that we always put the customer first. But first things first, I will start to talk about what Telge Energi stands for. Energy with a clear conscience. We want to demonstrate and embody what no one else sees but everyone appreciates. The energy we give our customers, the energy that toasts perfect bread on the weekend, charging the car for the next trip, or making sure your phone is always ready for that podcast you love. We give endless of energy and a clear conscience that leaves an imprint. The main purpose of our communication is to contribute to increase sales and to demonstrate the company's willingness to create an opportunity for societal benefits. We have 4 cornerstones in our communication. It's knowledge sharing, the customer dialogue, product and service development, and societal benefits. So why is data-driven customer communication of such great importance to us? Our CEO said the following words when we made our decision to implement our Martech platform. They say the data is the new oil. At Telge Energi, we are not so much into oil and other fossil fuels, but we're very much into letting data fuel our communication. Climate change is real, and we want to make sustainable energy available to consumers. A part of that, we are building a customer-centric and data-driven organization. Our success as a company, and in the bigger perspective, requires that we meet customer expectations and provide not only clear energy, but also excellent and personalized customer experience. And that is exactly what we can do with marketing automation. So to loyalize and protect the relationships and with the customer while seeing the company's best interest in our relationship, it's about safeguarding long-term relationships and encouraging the customer to stay and be long-lasting. And we do this by putting customer in focus as we give the customer relevant communication for the individual customer at the right time. We have for many years been driven by the desire to understand our customers better, to be able to follow defined KPIs, and to become more customer and data-driven in our actions. We are on a journey of change to move from customer focus to a full-scale customer-driven organization by linking customer experience, customers' behavior with profitability and translating customer insights into real-world actions. The first foundation in this space is simplicity, honesty, and transparency, and then become credible in our own core, eco-friendly energy solutions. We focus on the customer's best interest, the right actions, and the unbeatable relevance in the customer dialogue for the highest possible customer experience. Through insights and proactivity, we can deliver the highest quality at the customer interactions, and we use and act on the data that exists and then turn customer insights into real actions. One of the most important things in our work is to get this approach into our organization's DNA. Cross-team work between system, processes, and employees with great commitment towards a common goal. Many parts will have to interact to achieve a well-functioning ecosystem for customer processing, but a given ability and a part of an ecosystem is a Martech solution to be able to handle customer interactions in different channels, both physical and digital, and both incoming and outgoing, and is one step towards the overall customer's image that we thrive towards. A well-managed Martech solution creates for us a personal and sleepless experience for the customer and enables us to gather information about the customer's behavior, generate better leads, and streamline communication with the customer. Our Martech solution allows us to automate the collection of customer information in real time. We collect all customer interactions regardless of channels. Our journey started several years ago with the base of a data-driven organization where all we do are data-driven based, and where a Martech platform were the ecosystem for that. Before this, we had manual work with lists that was imported in an email marketing system. We went from an email marketing to the ambition to be an omni-platform by putting the customer in focus. The customer do not think channel, they see the company as a whole, then of course we should do the same. Event-driven processes were different communication ports reach recipients through different channels where timing, channel, and content are determined by the recipient's behavior and interests. We are not there yet, but we have a vision to get there, and gradually we'll work through what is most important for us and for the customer to stick together. Our decision to implement the Martech platform was grounded in 3 areas: personalization, automation, and streamlining. First, for the personalization, we wanted a flexible data model that would enable us to broaden the customer image for a targeted customer communication. We also wanted a platform for content that enables us to personalize and control content, and also a platform that was in line with our data model. And secondly, automation. And we wanted a graphical interface for flows that enables multi-wave and multi-channel actions, and also an omni-channel approach that enables us to connect the channels and follow customers' actions, and also integration with surrounding systems via APIs and import exports functions to minimize manual work enables automation. And last but not least, streamlining. We also wanted the functionality for target groups and for exports, so we did not have to order lists and files, etc. So what have we done and what is our why? Our commitment to the customer is real. It's in our company's core. We drive for a more sustainable world. With our engagement, for example, in CCP and our sustainable fund, we take responsible in real life. This has always been our backbone. And the electrifying market will expand more and more, and we are now more players than when we started it in 1997. But we want to continue to be a part of this. Our standard point is to be a voice you can count on and are reliable. Here is where the data-driven communication takes a big part for us. To be relevant for all our customers, we want to be personal and relevant to everyone, and that we can do with our Martech platform. We see the customer orientation with a both outside and in and inside out perspective. We want to understand and getting to know our customers, as in combination with other insights about the customer, optimized customer processing determines the right offer, the right message, the right channel, and the right timing. This gives us tools to answer questions like, how do we attract the right new customers? How do we retain and develop the right existing customers? And how do we win back, attract the right former customers? It's all about relevance and timing. The big difference is that all of a sudden we act on the customer's interactions, where in the past there might have been a little bit of gap in the system when customer acted and we then sat down and thought out big ideas. Today we have a strong connection between the actions and the automated processes. Unlike before, one-way process were a lot of work. Now it's a smooth and responsive, more automated process that produces results. Our Martech platform with Agilic in the middle along with CRM and our data warehouse, has given us the opportunity to put data-driven communication at the center for real. Our CRM are master for customer data, and then the data provides Agilic via our data warehouse. We have now customer data and transactional data at the bottom, and we can act on it. This means that we can provide customers with personalized communication, both linked to their portfolio, but also based off what themselves consider to be of interest. We then have created added value for the customer, which leads to more loyal customers. We have now created enabled to create a lot around digital customer journeys ahead. Some examples of the effects that the business has is enables lead management on a whole new level, which should generate more sales. We can see who's not engaging and which ones need more information. You can take the customer's hand in a different way, and gives us the opportunity to follow the customer's path throughout the customer journey. So we can see who received emails and which ones renewed. In order to achieve a full Martech Omni, we have realized that we need several skills and point of view. This is necessary for us to be possible to perform what we do today. This means that we are a cross-functional team with members from sales, marketing, data warehouse, business intelligence, IT, and CRM. Collaboration in initiatives for improvements for priority areas with common goals, common agenda that governs the operational work within each function. We do not act as suppliers and clients, but as a common team working towards common goals. To ensure that we become and is a customer and data-driven organization over time, working methods, solutions, and processes are teamwork. It is then also important to involve all the parts in the organization that affect the priority areas and ensure that each function is connected and synced. The greatest opportunities with marketing automation for us are customer journeys. Different statuses control what is relevant to talk to the customers about. And based on that, we build the customer's different challenges, goals, and create touch points that are really relevant to the customer. This also gives relevance for us as a company, as we see an increased conversion in all our KPIs. These are measuring points for both loyalty and for upselling as for engagement. This means that we can provide customer with personalized communication, both linked to the portfolio and also based on what themselves consider to be of interest. We have then created added value for the customer, which leads to more loyal customer for us. Of course, it's also important to follow up and optimize and also stop doing certain activities. And we do it through various measurements on KPIs, such as measuring engagement to understand how the content really captures the audience and how they interact with it. And measuring the quality of digital contact information to understand how well we can communicate with the customers and the customer's ability to act digitally themselves. And also measuring conversion to understand how converting our communication is, and follow up the customer life cycle to understand how customers' movement and conditions appears. And also, of course, measuring sales to understand how well we are in line in overall sales by channel and by product. Going forward, we see that we have a combination of more long-term assignments, such as connecting more communication points to Agilic, and faster value-creating relationships, creating communication points. To create value for both the customer and for us as a company, if the customer is satisfied, they will stay with us. And that means it's also good for us as a company. The cross-functional work continues and is a given part of being able to deliver results. And it also means that together over time, we set the agenda and focus on what is most important, to focus on the right things. And with the right things, we believe that there are the things that create value over time and that become recurring in the customer lifecycle. the right time, the right channel, the right offer to the right customer. To find a structure for customer and data-driven organization, where focus is on the customer processes that interacts with the overall goals and strategy of the business. We think that data-driven actions based on customer processes, customer journeys, and customer interactions using the right technical support, our Martech platform, we can do just that. And that means that we need to both have to be reactive, to follow up, and to analyze our activities. And it also means that we have innovative touch points, but also proactive. And that is what we're doing right now. We have built proactive models that we now are testing and optimizing to see if we can lay a step before the customer. It may, for example, be to foresee customer churn, but also as a tool to know that the customers are loyal and therefore should be celebrated. Our goal is not that we should have twice as many customers, but twice as many profitable customers at half the effort. We want to focus on to attract, loyalize, and keep the right customers. By choosing the right customer to process, prioritize in combination with the right offer, the right channel, at not least the right timing. Our goal is the highest possible customer experience. That's what's all for me.
And thank you for sharing all the experiences with us. And I have some questions, and I know also that the audience have. But I go first.
Okay.
I don't know if you were here and listened in the beginning, but we had a poll. Did you listen to that one?
No, unfortunately not.
No. The question was, what is the most important value gained from marketing automation? Could you say something about that? What you see is the more major gain from it?
I would say for us, it would be that we had streamlined communication that was based just on our data, and that we have the possibility to have streamlined processes that are just recurring. We build it one time, and then they are recurring and touch the customers when it's time. I would think that was the most prior to our gains.
Mm. And I liked very much when you said actually that when you do things that you want to increase value for the customer, but also for you as a company. And I think we have a definition at Venture Relations for CRM, and that is something about that, collecting data, using that to increase both value for both sides, so to say. Daniel, we have questions from the audience.
Yeah, we do. The question is, do you measure customer lifetime values? And if so, how do you use this to build your MA communication strategy? Do you have any key examples?
Yes, we do measure it. We measure, like I mentioned, we measure several KPIs, and we have some indexed both on the customer base and on each customer, and such as a lifetime and lifetime value. And this is some index that we have to know which customers that need some more information and what customers that we need to attract even more. And also the customers that we are not going to communicate with because they are such great customers for us. It's enough that they just are customers. We don't have to engage them even more.
Okay, Daniel, do we have several questions?
Yeah, of course. We all want to know what the CRM system you're using. That's a common question.
Of course. Our CRM system is Dynamics.
Microsoft Dynamics.
Yes, of course.
Could you, in that area with the structure, do you also use a CDP, a customer data platform?
No, not at this time. We don't.
Okay. Good. I have several questions. No. Daniel is happy. What about? Is it possible for you to tell us something about challenges in this journey that you've been doing?
Yes, of course we have challenges, and we will always have challenges. I would agree with the previous speaker. For example, data is one. It's also opportunity, but also a challenge. All the data must be correct. It also have to be used at the right purpose, of course, and in the right way, and also in the right combination with other data. A lot can go wrong if we use the data in the wrong way. And also, I would think one challenge is just priority between short-term and long-term perspective, to get everyone to want to work with things that have an effect in long term, because like in any other company, we are measured in fairly short KPIs. So this is also a challenging for us. And the second one is the omni perspective. It's always that definition between the calculation between the efforts and the effects. How much do we need to be omni? Can we be just 90% omni, or do we have to be 100? Because it affects all the business to have everything in one place.
Okay, thanks. And I know Rasmus mentioned that even if you're working with MI and personalization and narrow the messages and the segmentations to send things to, you still also need to do the broader little bit of pray and pray thing. Is that what you're also doing? Do you agree with what Rasmus said there?
Well, yeah, we have other systems that also communicate with our customers. We do. Like, for example, we have our invoice system. We use Billogram, for example, and this system are communicating with the customers. But we have I have a plan for just connect Agilic with just that system, so we can use that as a channel, because the invoice is one communication point that all the customers are seeing, of course. So of course there is also several other communication points that we do not have in our Omni right now.
Okay. Jessica, thank you very much for being with us today, and see you soon again, I hope.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Okay, so now it's time for a quick break again, and we will, after break, meet Trustly, and they will talk about their experiences in marketing automation, and also we will hear about these 5 fundamental